Just a few things I absolutely need to have just to make it through the day. And I figured since we talk a lot about hygiene and lifestyle and essentials and stuff like that, I might as well show you some of the stuff that I be using on a day-to-day basis. In this video, I'm going to be showing you my everyday carries that I use, get me throughout the day. The first one I'm actually using right now, got the notes for all the things I need to cross off this list, but it's going to be my phone. Literally cannot live without it. This phone is a iPhone 16 Pro Max. I just got it probably about like 2 weeks ago. 256 gigabytes of storage. If I'm being honest, I should have got a 512, but they didn't have it at Best Buy and I didn't feel like driving to go get the other one. I low-key regret it, but we're not gonna get into that. My old phone had 128 gigabytes on it and that storage got full. Whenever you're recording in 4K, bro, camera will get full so fast. And you already know with the Pro Max, obviously I'm gonna be recording in 4K, so make sure to get some extra storage with it, but be using it to respond to comments, using it for homework, social media, everything. So this is my life right here. And if you ever see me without that phone, then you're probably just gonna see me with this one, which is gonna be my second phone, aka my old phone. Before, my second phone was an iPhone XS Max, but now this one's the iPhone 14 Plus. So I just moved everything from my business phone onto here, right? So now this is my business phone. I use this to run my clothing brand, and I also use it to make thumbnails for my YouTube videos sometimes, getting like behind the scenes content with the camera. Anyone that has the ability to get a second phone, I feel like you wouldn't realize how nice it is to have until you kind of just get into that lane. It's not an essential at all. Honestly, it's definitely a luxury. But one thing I would say about it is it's very nice to keep business and personal separate, like bulk orders or like samples. I gotta say, latest Texas manufacturing, thing like that. I can keep all that here. Running a brand page on here, like you already know, like the bigger your page gets, you start getting more bots following your page, commenting, manufacturers spamming your DM. You already know how it gets. So not to mention all the personal shit I got going on. So it's nice to have somewhere else to keep it. And while we're on topic of my ecosystem, next essential I got is going to be my iPad. I don't really use this as much as I used to, but I do definitely keep it on me. I used to use it to design for my clothing brand, all my tech packs and all that stuff. I used to make them on here on Procreate. But after a while, like I wanted to get better quality mockups, better tech packs. So I was limiting myself using Procreate, and it was also kind of distracting, like having access to like YouTube and Netflix and things on there. So I did move to Adobe Illustrator. Granted, I can use all those things on my computer as well, but I have multiple monitors. And honestly, Illustrator is just a lot easier to use. It just makes way more sense. So I do be using that to design clothes, but I still use this on a day-to-day basis just because some things are just easier for me to design with a pencil on my iPad. And if I'm not using it for my brand, this is where I keep all my digital books. So like when I be reading, I do prefer paperback copies, but whenever I don't feel like spending money on the book that month, I'll just download the PDF version on my iPad and I'll read it on here instead. So honestly, it's more like a Kindle, to be honest now. Like I really just be using it to read. I still keep it on me just in case. Anytime I have a chance to read some shit, I'll pull this bitch out and read. But shout out to my iPad. And actually, funny story, I got this hoe for free. My senior year of high school, they had like, like the little overnight lockouts or whatever, and like they're giving away prizes, and I won an iPad. So there you go. Probably the most important thing on the list that I actually cannot live without, and that's going to be my headphones. These are the SoundCore. I don't know what model, so I'm gonna put it on screen, but I used to have the other model, and those honestly were definitely better than these. They're both pretty good, but I would definitely say those were better when it came to like having hella bass into it. Like one thing about me is like I got the bass boosted on everything. My Spotify, with these headphones you can actually like customize the sound on them, so I got the bass boosted on there too. There's still not enough bass on these. I don't know if it's because my like head and ear shape or what, but like the sound stayed bleeding out when I wear this. Like honestly, I kind of wish I returned them, but I was just too lazy. And on top of that, like they're noise canceling, but I don't think the noise canceling is as good as the first pair. So I would advise you, they're still definitely good quality headphones, but I would definitely say get the other ones, the other model. This design is a lot more sleek, I will say that. It's super thin. They're sort of like really lightweight. I definitely still get a hella use out of them. I'll be wearing them every single day without fail. And when I say every day, I mean there's not a single day I'm not listening to music, a podcast or something. Also definitely like a great budget pair of headphones too, because I know the Sony ones can get pretty pricey, but if you want to still have that same level of quality on a budget, definitely check out the SoundCore headphones because these are a beast. So moving on from all the technology stuff, we're gonna get into something a little bit more old school, and that's gonna be a journal. I always keep a journal. One thing about me is I do a lot of different things. So I got my brand, I do YouTube, I'm a student, and if I'm not writing this stuff out on paper, I'm gonna forget it. Like I have such bad memory, so having a journal makes it a lot easier for me to just keep things organized, planned, feel me? And if you're seeing a reflection, that's because it's a personalized journal. This has been super helpful. I have tons of different journals. I got one passwords, I got one for sketching, I got one for just general thoughts, planning. I got different types of journal for everything. It may not be this journal exact, but I always got a journal in my bag just depending on what I feel like I'm gonna be writing down that day, and I just be jotting shit down. Get shit out your head, and that way it's actually a lot easier to remember it versus just trying to keep all this shit in your head, because I promise you, you're gonna forget. And I know one thing about me is I'm gonna forget, so that's why I always like to write shit down. I know I said I keep that shit in my bag, which I haven't showed you yet, which is actually gonna be the next essential we're gonna talk about. Right now, this is my current everyday bag that I've been using. This is actually a sample for my clothing brand. It is the new colorway of our Boy Scout bag, you feel me? There was the brown one that came out this summer. It was pretty good. It did pretty well for us, and a lot of people liked it, but I wanted to come out with like a black one, you feel me? So we have different variation to it. You can see it's got the patches on there, you feel me? Track hawk, keyhole, license plate. You know, it's all new patches compared to the brown bag. And I was using the brown one, but now that the new one's in, you feel me? The new one is just that shit. So if you want to get this bag for yourselves, you can definitely check out our Instagram. It's gonna be coming out real soon. And it's gonna be super limited stock, you feel me? And it's better quality because I know, can't lie, moment of transparency. Some of the bags from bulk order in the summer were having like some quality issues. So definitely been trying to get that resolved and things like that. But I know like for the new bulks as we move on, I definitely make sure to put emphasis on the production on that and make sure that things are getting produced properly. Definitely for sure, even if your shit gets messed up, we are gonna be, you know, either refunds or, you know, new bags. We don't wanna do bad business with y'all. So this bag is still a beast, and I cannot wait for y'all to get y'all hands on it. Pocket right here in the front, got pockets on the inside where I can keep all my shit with ease, fit everything very easily. But yeah, that is my everyday bag. Next little thing that I be keeping on me is some Aquaphor. I know the season's changing, it's getting a little bit colder, so you gotta make sure you have the fucking Aquaphor to make sure your lips is staying hydrated. Not only is it good for your lips too, it's good for your skin. So like whenever my hands start to get dry, I can add that on real quick. And it also helps with one of my other everyday carry items that I'm gonna talk about next. We're gonna get to that later, but point being, this is a very versatile tool. Actually, I'm gonna put some on right now. My hands are looking a little dry. Anyways, next everyday carry item is going to be a cologne. The scent I wear every day can be a little different, but for the most part, this is the one I have been wearing on a day-to-day basis. It's the Afnan Supremacy in Heaven. I think it was like 50 bucks. It wasn't even too expensive. Great quality, great smell. It's got like a fresh vibe to it, in my opinion. Ever since I got it, like I've been wearing it every single day. Got like Loki got a little aquatic vibe to it too, but I would recommend this to almost anybody. It's a pretty safe blind buy because it's nothing too much to expect from it. But also, like I was mentioning with the Aquaphor, sometimes whenever I want to make sure this shit lasts on my skin, put a little Aquaphor on, you know, pulse point sprayed on there. It'll help it stick a little bit longer. I do get a lot of hours out of this, good projection. Even if it's not this one though, I do like to keep a cologne on me just because that's one thing about me. It's just I really want to make sure I smell good, so I always keep this shit on me. Everyday carry item we're going to talk about is going to be my wallet. This wallet right here it's like my brother's old Goyard card holder, but you can see it's just been beat up. I would have it in my pocket with my keys and it would just get all scratched up and shit like that. I'm fixing to get a new wallet soon. I don't think I would ever get a card holder that small or a Goyard one ever again, if I'm being honest. I got a lot of cards and that fit jack shit, let's just be honest. It was definitely for the aesthetic and like, you know, just say I had Goyard, but I can't even lie, that shit is one of the most impractical wallets. So I would say get a card holder. You have like only a few cards, but as I started to unlock newer levels of credits and carry more credit cards in addition to my debit cards. So I do got dumb cards, and some of them I even had to take out of my wallet because I didn't have enough space and it just felt too cluttered in my pocket. So I will be getting a new wallet soon, but that is one thing that I keep on me. I just prefer to have my cards on me but you know, there's a lot of places that don't have Apple Pay, so I just like to have the cards just in case. I don't know, it makes me feel more grown sometimes whenever I put the card on the table to pay for something. It's going to be a water bottle. I have been trying to drink more water these days. This is a half-gallon bottle. I try to get through a full gallon a day. If we're being honest, I got a small bladder. I'm just be straight up. I drink one of these, I'm peeing over. Cannot stop. It's not even my fault. But just because of all the additional benefits you get from drinking water, I've come to realize that a lot of like improvements I'm trying to see within myself could just come from drinking water. So clear skin, more energy, things like that. So I'm just trying to put more focus on that. I got it at Walmart. It's probably like $15. Nothing crazy. Clutch thing to have, especially in Texas with this Texas heat, man. Having water, gotta have it. Another everyday carry item that I actually cannot show is because I'm using it to film right now, but that's gonna be my vlog camera. Be bringing that bad boy with me everywhere. It's a Sony ZV-E10. It's got an 11mm wide angle lens on it and a Sony EC-ZM1, I think the microphone. So I don't know, it's got a long ass name, but it's this little like Bluetooth mic that I be using. And it's wireless. That shit is so clutch because my old one, y'all know, used to have that static sound every time you would shake and hold the camera. And that was so annoying and it used to ruin so many clips. So I was finally able to get a mic that actually fixed and got rid of that. A lot more fun to record, a lot more fun to vlog now, and it's super lightweight. Yeah, I'll be bringing that bit with me everywhere. Yeah, my last everyday carry item is a firearm. But with that being said, it's gonna bring me to the end of this video. But y'all go ahead and comment below if there's any everyday carry items that you have that I didn't mention, or if we have some similar items that we're probably carrying, you feel me? Go ahead and comment that below too. But if you guys enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, and consider subscribing. It really means a lot to me and helps grow the channel. But I'm gonna see y'all boys in the next video.